Usamlindile.
I know, right? You know what's funny? The UIF Act does not change from Pretoria to Durban, from Cape Town to Albertine. It's the same law, but walk into two different labor centers and suddenly you are in two different countries. Take death benefit. The Act is crystal clear. A spouse or a life partner can submit the application within 18 months from the death of the contributor. And if that application has not been made within 18 months by the spouse or a life partner, therefore nominated beneficiaries can submit their application after 18 months. Again, within the same time frame, after 18 months, their dependent children, they have 14 days to submit an application after 18 months. And all of these are on the UIF Act. It is the law. And yes, the commissioner even has a narrow power to accept a late application. In theory, the rules are tight. In practice, they are not. Because in practice, one labor center rejects a widow for missing the deadline by 2 days. Another office approves the application. Ah, shame, how did we get here? These are the same laws, different offices, different answers, and definitely different heartbreaks. Now there's maternity and paternity. Wait for it. Section 24 tells you that the parents, they can submit their applications within 12 months from the birth of the child. However, mothers can start submitting from the third trimester once they are fully terminated for maternity benefit. As for the fathers, they can submit that application as soon as the child is born, and they can do this within 12 months. Clear as daylight. Sifike kanjani la vele? Because if you can check, some labor centers are telling the mothers that you only have 6 months after the baby is born, yet the law clearly stipulates that you can submit within 12 months from the birth of the child. And some fathers are told that paternity benefit does not exist. Kanjani? Meanwhile, the amendments that created the paternity benefit are sitting in the law book like a polite notice nobody reads. Nausea and the back pay confusion. The one about 4 years, to remember that one, it's another mess. Now, UIF will only pay for the last 4 years of your contribution as a contributor. Great, beautiful and amazing. But when employers have not submitted the declarations, some offices will say, sorry, there's nothing we can do, while the other office will correct the open periods and pay. Again, the Act says one thing, and the officials do whatever suits them that morning. They say you go back home without a clear indication, without any explanation, and without the accurate information. Wait. So, what do we have here? Wait, let me think. A legal framework that tries to protect families, spouses, life partners, children, and nominated beneficiaries, right? And an official discretion that's meant to be narrow and exceptional whenever it suits them. But on the ground, what we get is inconsistency, delay in payments and application approval, and sometimes what look like an awful lot like a gatekeeping. Yep. Yazine, for the people that are affected, this is very real, because when an application is stuck because someone behind the desk interprets the turnaround time differently, that is one meal missed, a rent bill unpaid, a dignity stripped. And when a nominated beneficiary, an employee trusted enough to name, is told the application cannot be processed because someone behind the desk does not find the file, or that there's no paperwork, and there's a backlog, and there's a system glitch, that is failure. Because at CNP Community, we don't just talk UIF, we bring it to life. We do more than just shout into the void. We show the law, the 18 months and the 14 days, and then we call out where the practice falls short. We show the applicants how to present their application, who to escalate it to, and where the law actually gives them the leverage. Because behind every delayed UIF application, there is a family that deserves a decent meal. And behind every delayed payment, there is a real family that is paying the price. So yes, the Act is consistent. The implementation is not. And until the Department of Employment and Labor treats the Act like the law it is, applying it the same way everywhere across all provinces, UIF will keep feeling less like a protection, financial protection to be exact, and more like a lottery ticket where every applicant has to gamble for the money they've contributed for years. We will keep calling it out because at CNV, we don't talk UIF, we're bringing it to life.